Gotta edit that part out, huh? No, we don't edit things out here. True vulnerability, right? We're just taking this raw material. Anyways, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Cheers and peace as always. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. Hope you have some good plans for the weekend. Again, hope you've experienced the full facet of human emotions: happiness, sadness, maybe some depression, a little bit of anger, maybe some empathy, some fear, right? Some joy, right? You get a good broad spectrum of all human emotions, right? Makes you feel alive, right? You can't just be happy 24/7, 365, as nice as it would be. But anywho, what brings me to you tonight? Well, I mentioned this in a video I did a little bit ago, but the current book I'm reading by Tony Robbins is Awaken the Giant Within. It's an amazing book. I'm really excited to go read his next, or not his next book, but his other book. He's got a couple, but The Ultimate Power is what it's called. It came out quite a bit ago, and I'm almost mad I'm just finding this book now because it is so powerful when it comes to your thought process and how you think. So what I want to touch base on tonight is a section out of that book that I just got done reading the other day, and it's a phrase that I've heard my entire life, and I'm sure you've heard it too. And before I get into that phrase, if you want to check out his book, if you go under my introduction on my homepage of my YouTube channel, there's a link that you can click on to take you right to the Amazon. It's an audio book, but there's another little link up there that you can say other versions or formats, and there's a hardcover too. If you're like me, I like a hardcover book. I'm not a big audio book fan. I like to actually, hold something and read it. But to each his own, right? Whatever works best for you. So anyways, back to the Awaken the Giant Within, the section I was talking about. And the phrase that I've heard for so long in my life is go with the flow, right? And it sounds like an innocent enough phrase, right? Just go with the flow, right? Whatever's happening in life, just go with it. Just don't go against it, right? But after I got done reading this section, I realized that is actually, and how he put it, right? He put it really eloquently in his book. How he kind of talked about, how Tony did, was when you have that mindset of just go with the flow, right? What are you really doing, right? Well, what you're doing is you are just going with the masses. You're just going with the environment, right? You're just going with whatever life's throwing at you. But you're not really pivoting and making a different decision to go a different direction if your life's not working, right? If your life's not working, faith without action is meaningless, right? You can't just hope and believe that something's going to change if you don't change, right? You have to make a decision to take action and to make a change, right? So you can't just go with the flow, right? But I've been just told that phrase so much. It's been ingrained in my head where it's like, yeah, if life sucks right now, it's not forever, and I've had so many down points in my life where, yeah, I mean, it didn't last forever. Winters, if you will. They didn't last forever. But when I look back at it, they didn't last forever because I made a different decision to do something else. Kind of like right now, my life's, it's not shambles, right? Far from that. But my life's not going exactly how I want to right now, but I'm making more decisions that are pushing me towards the path that I want to be on, right? So don't go with the flow, right? Go against it. Go a different direction. Put your anchors down. Stop the damn boat, right? Because if you're just going with the flow, if life sucks and you're going with it, you're not making a different decision to change it, right? If you're waking up every single day and you hate going to your job and you can't pay your bills or whatever have you, all those things, right? Just, whatever laundry list stuff that you got, it's not going to change unless you change. And that's a fact of reality, right? Tomorrow's going to come whether you like it or not. Well, hopefully it does at least. But things aren't going to change unless you do. And that is a fact of reality, right? It's like what Albert Einstein said. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you're not happy with your life right now, waking up tomorrow doing the exact same thing, your life's not going to change, right? It's not going to change a month, 2 months, a year from now. If you wake up with the same exact mindset and wake up and do the same exact things, nothing will change. So you have to first recognize that the decisions you're making are not working right now, right? So you have to stop just going with the flow, right? Again, going with the flow is just it's a means of you just doing with whatever society is doing, as not putting your anchors down and choosing a different path. Before I continue, as always, right? Make sure you like and subscribe up there in the right-hand corner. It's probably the left-hand corner. It switches up. I always get confused about that. Also, if you want to, shoot me an email. Left or right-hand corner, right? Put my email up there. Somewhere up there, you'll see it. Then we can always do some health coaching on the side too if you'd like, and happy to help you out with whatever we need to. But anyways, back to going with the flow. Don't do it, right? If you're happy, so that's a caveat to this, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I care about people's happiness. If you're authentically happy with your life, right, then you don't need to change anything. That's the interesting thing about life too. It's like, I think some people think like I have to do this different, I have to do that different, I have to change something, I have to do this. But again, if you're truly happy with who you are and what you're doing, if it's not broke, why fix it, right? But if there's something in your life that you're doing and you rate that something like in a scale of 0 to 10, of 10 how much I love this, 0 meaning I hate this, if you're doing stuff constantly like a job, right, or habits that are like, yeah, it's like a 4 or 5, I'm not really passionate about it, but I just do it, you're not living, right? You're going with the flow, right? And if, again, and I made the mistake of this too, right? I tried to pick up another side hustle aside from being an assistant chief at my flight school. And when I think about that side hustle, like, yes, could it bring me more money? Would that make me happier? Sure. But that's 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that I'm going to do something that I'm going to rate on a scale of 0 to 10, probably rate it like a 3. So what am I going to do? I'm going to literally dislike my life more than half the days in the week just to make more money. What, so I can be happy 3 days a week? Like, it doesn't make sense when you really think about the decisions you're making, right? And when you kind of rate things on a scale, whatever the scale is for you, it doesn't have to be 0 to 10, it can be 0 to 5, 1 to 5, whatever. But if you're rating what you're doing on a very low scale, why the hell are you doing it? Right? I mean, seriously, think about that. If you're doing stuff that you are not passionate about, you're going with the flow, right? You're just doing what the environment or what life told you to do or what you think you should do because someone else said you should do it, whatever. It doesn't matter. But make a decision, put your anchors down, stop going with the flow, start making different decisions, and see where it takes you. Right? When you make a different decision, you take a different action. It doesn't not guaranteed to work, but what is guaranteed is you're going to learn something. You're going to be able to, mold who you are and mold your decision making. And that's going to, in turn, just keep leading you down different paths, different roads. And, I think that's what you got to do in life. Whether I'm right or wrong, maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. But I've had a good amount of life experience now to know that if you believe in yourself and you have faith in yourself that things are going to work, they will. But, again, they only will work because of the decisions that you make and the actions you put behind those decisions, right? You can't make the same decision every day and expect a different result. It's not going to work. So, again, hope this video was helpful. Hope it gave you some insight, maybe how you're thinking. Again, don't go with the flow, right? Don't do it because you'll do it the rest of your life and you're going to regret a lot of things. So, put the anchors down, divert, pass, go down a different stream, right? Try something different, make a different decision. And like I said, I hope these videos just really help people think a little bit differently. I'm not trying to make people have a drastic change here, but just think differently about the decisions you're making. As always, again, flyinghealthcoach at gmail.com. Put that up there again. Shoot me an email if you ever do want to do some coaching or just want to talk. Again, I say this every time, but sometimes people just need to vent. And that's a healthy thing, right? I think they call it scream therapy sometimes. I don't want you to scream at me, but if you just got to vent and get stuff off your chest, talking helps you process things better, right? So if you just need to talk, that's cool too. Or if you do want to sign up for some weekly one-on-one coaching or monthly or yearly, we can talk about those options too. I am working on a system for that, so that'll be coming out sometime in the near future. But I'm here to help you guys. I was better or for worse. I was born signed a death warrant that I love helping people. So that's what I'm trying to do.